Well, as many Star Trek fans know, Star Trek Into Darkness came out on Blu-ray yesterday, and you're either jumping with joy or you're grieving in anger with it. And those of you fans out there who are grieving in anger are probably not comforted by the fact that I'm holding my own copy of it right here. But in celebration of this, I thought I'd talk about one of the older Star Trek movies. And as you saw in that intro, no, it's not Wrath of Khan, unfortunately. The reason I decided not to review Wrath of Khan is because, well, I haven't seen that movie since after I saw the 2009 J.J. Abrams movie, but I did see the Voyage Home a few weeks ago, so that will be the movie I'm going to talk about. So after Spock has been brought back to life in Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, the crew of the Enterprise steal a Klingon warship and take it back to Earth because, well, in that movie, spoiler, the Enterprise got destroyed. Unfortunately, there's this giant probe roaming around the galaxy, taking out all communications, and is threatening to destroy the Earth. As it's doing this, it's making this weird noise, and the Enterprise find out that it's actually the sound of whales talking. But the whales have been extinct for some time, so they decided to go back in time, grab a few humpback whales, and then take them back to the future. I'm sorry, I had a poster there. I could not help myself. Now, aside from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, The Voyage Home, is considered by a lot of older fans to be the second best of the original series. And let me first mention again, in my Star Trek review, one from 2009, I mentioned that I was always a Star Wars guy. I never got into Star Trek until J.J. Abrams' prequel, sequel, reboot hybrid came out, and then it got me curious to see the older movies. So I saw Wrath of Khan, and saw all the odd-numbered movies, then Into Darkness, and then The Voyage Home. And with The Voyage Home, I can really see why fans call this one of the best in the series. It has a strong sense of humor, making it the funniest Star Trek film I've ever seen, and probably the funniest out of all of them. Its plot is very unique in terms of the time travel element, and it's smart in the sense that there's really no physical villain, or any villain at all. Leonard Nimoy, who directed this movie and who plays Spock, as all of you should know, was very smart to use the theme of communication to several different methods, mainly when it comes to Spock. There's a scene where he's being re-educated and he's asked, "How do you feel?" by the computer and his human mother, which, by the way, younger fans, is alive in this continuity, and he doesn't know how to feel until the end of the movie. That's used for dramatic effect, and it's also used for comedic effect when Spock is told by Kirk that people in the 20th century use a curse word every other word when they're speaking. So there are points where it focuses on Spock, and they really focus on him when he says a curse word, and then there are other points where he's just off in the background when the camera's focused on something else and he just curses. That's pretty funny. There are also other moments where Chekhov asks a 20th century police officer where the nuclear vessels are there, and then the famous scene where Scotty picks up a mouse and says, "Hello, computer." And then also the entire crew doesn't understand most of the way we talk in the 1980s or even today. Especially when Kirk nearly gets hit by a cab, and the driver goes, "Hey, watch where you're going, you dumbass!" And then Kirk says, "Well, double dumbass on you." It's a damnass. Well, double dumbass on me. Okay, moving on. One other thing I really love about the movie is the score. It was done by Leonard Rosenman, who is a composer I'm not all too familiar with, but it's a good score, and it got him an Oscar nomination, so win-win. So, yeah, I like this movie a lot, but there's one negative I had about it. Well, I'm not going to say the cheesy special effects, because though I find them cheesy, that's going to be a problem for all the older Star Trek movies that I see, and that's not fair to criticize. But Catherine Hicks as Gillian Taylor, or Jillian Taylor, I didn't think was very good in the first part. I mean, not the character, but the actor, the way she portrayed it. Kind of reminded me of Willie from Temple of Doom, and I know that's not a popular thing, but and she's not annoying like Willie is, but I just didn't think she was all that good. She seemed kind of flat to me. But I thought after the halfway point, she got a little better. I started warm up to the actress and the character, and yeah, so not a big criticism, because Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home is a fantastic movie. Not my favorite Star Trek movie. That award still goes to the 2009 reboot, prequel, sequel, hybrid thing. But to longtime fans, I know I'm pointing out the obvious. But to newer fans, if you can get past the goofy moments, the cheesy special effects, then it's worth seeing in your lifetime. And those goofy moments are really the heart of the movie, because it's the funniest of the Trek movies, and well worth the humor. So that's my review for Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. Leave a comment if you've seen the movie, subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews in the future. Check out my other channel, AlexG8462. Follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Tell your friends about me. This has been The Cinemas with Mr. Robinson, and remember, know it before you see it. See you guys later.